Jesus, help. Lord have mercy, God. Oh, funny but not funny. Oh my goodness. That's oh, I know it was blood. Know it was blood. I know it was the blood for me. Oh, one day when I was lost, he died on the cross. I know it was the blood for me. Oh my goodness. It's dead. I've got my little juice here. No, it's dead. Let me see. Hello. God is good and worthy to be praised. Everybody, welcome. I've become, oh man, this is funny. But it's real life. Funny, but not funny. I understand people were instructed to follow me online and kind of repeat what I say so people wouldn't know who's telling what in alliance with people that are harming other humans because they have spirits that are severely under oppression of bad spirits. Okay, they're being controlled or hijacked by outside influences other than God, the Creator, within them. We all have a God, or we all have God in us. And again, life drowns that out, especially with girls and mothers and women. And we tend to go with the flow of what men say that are not necessarily healed of their own motherly or woman explosions, their experiences. So they're out here with that big ball of energy that's sitting almost like a big sore for a kid, meeting women that unknowingly pulls the scab off of those sores, and these men react like toddlers in a very bad way. Or they have to find a system to control you, to make you submissive. And it's like, it's not that hard. But they're operating from a place of ungodliness, misguided information, experience, feelings, all bad. Miseducation of men. Write the book, I don't care. So now they're having daughters and they're trying to teach them the control system, and the mothers are dormant because generally society gives men the leadership and they're not really in the place of being what God called a man to be in order to be a husband and a father. They're really not a lot. And they will tell you if you try to get them. Some of them, oh, they fight it like about the plague, honey. And marriage. I'd rather be a Mac. I have several women thinking I'm going to marry them and they got to fight. And ain't none of them going to ever be the one. I just clean the site, start over, get a new crew. See? Listen long enough, you'll hear it. Hey, pimping. Having fun like a kid. I mean, having fun. And the ones that do, again, kind of want to do something grown because it's advised. They do not have the right information. They're getting information passed down by a group that's based on hate. There's a men's club. And generally, it seeks into every situation. It says you pretty much have to either let her do everything and manipulate the situation and keep control from your side of whatever this is, or you need to be front and center, bullyish, sort of, making her do what you said. Now, not everybody's that way, but we're talking about what we say. So I'm here and there and everywhere, and I'm talking about how we need to heal from our mother's wounds, our father's wounds, the neglect of those people, and understand God is everything. We sing songs like that. There's a lot of people from the South that had to grow up without parents, and they were tossed into situations as children, young men, grown people, where they had to survive with strangers. So God became everything, their mother, their father, their sister, their brother. If they had land that they literally owned and worked, and someone took it and sold you as a kid into something and told people that they can have you do what they want, it could be your own family sometimes. And you end up with a family that looks like you, but not necessarily. They act like you, but not necessarily. And you see that. And it's like, you have to have God on your side. Because ain't nothing else. And why would anybody want to take everything from a child? Why do they not want this child to have anybody or anything? Who does that? You can't tell people not to believe in God. Are you stupid? So that's all some people have. And so with this guy that's in a group with a lot of people that are heinous and they're operating stunt mode and demon mode, I was telling this guy, yeah, I said, listen, I've known you for a while. I understand what you've been through, but I see some behaviors and I said, you're possessed. I mean, I was ruthless. I got to record it. You possessed. I said, sir, the things that you're doing clearly says that something or some things in your life has happened and it controls everything you do and it's not you. And I was telling him along this whole route because he kept sticking to me, thinking it was one thing, me and my daughters, a bunch of people. And again, this could be government funded. I'm just saying. So whoever's listening with all the cameras around me and checking on my pages, they figured, no, you're the one that's possessed. Because all of these people are like kids. Not necessarily this person, but there's people that can't control themselves around young girls or boys. They harm them. They're sadistic. They're sick. And they're getting people that could have fetishes to do jobs for them. And they'll pay drugs or alcohol or something. But they're paying these people to do their crimes or at least facilitate. And then they fall for the crime. They're the ones that we got kids you could have. You can have whatever you like. And these people fall for it. As long as you do this, we'll protect you. And then it flips. And they catch people doing what they do. What they've been accused of in the past, maybe. And they take the bait. And I'm steady saying along this whole route, sir, I'm telling you, listen, you need to pay attention front and center. Whatever you're going through, you need to find God. I can take out this. I can try. You need to get these spirits out of you. So they literally took me to a chop shop. Is there a butcher chop shop that watches me? They could have chopped up some people's kids to hide their crimes. Take them to the police station right next door, and then later that night somebody walks them over to the butcher shop. I'm just saying. And then they come up missing. Nobody's seen them. Oh, keep playing with me. So, and Lakeshore Drive is the best spot. Keep on. Now remember, I got that from somewhere else, so whatever I know, it's already ready to be broadcasted. So don't be trying to come at me. That just speeds up everybody's name, everybody's time. And them folks who think you got friends in, they act like they blind and dumb. They don't know what happened. And they might just get away with it, but not you, so don't play. Don't think you get, I'll just take out and poof, everything will be broadcasted. Everywhere, phones, tablets. People go, and some of there's going to be some street justice on some of these folks because y'all was playing so sweet and kind. And you tricked a whole bunch of people into some stuff. But we're going to focus. So I'm starting saying, guys, this is a need. This is very pertinent that you understand that whatever you're feeling, this is not your natural self. It's not. You are being hijacked. I don't care if it's by somebody giving you drugs. That's not God. Okay, if somebody is brainwashing you, that's not God. You need to reclaim your sanity. You need to reclaim your spirit and your body and your lives. Because, sir, you have to go do some stuff if you don't stop. Oh, you just jealous. You just don't want me with that little girl. You just don't want me with nobody. People keep thinking that. It was something else that was happening. And I kept warning this person, be very careful. Something's going to happen. You're at a certain age where, this is one scenario. You're at a certain age where people in the city work for the city. They send people into you to get in your good graces. And those people become your friends and you feel like they're family. And you may even want to extend love to them. But that's not what's going on. These people want to get your pensions, your incomes. I said, watch it. I said, whoever you're dealing with, they're probably on their best behavior. But right around your retirement, you're probably going to start getting sick. You're probably going to be bedridden. And you would have given that person, because you trust them all this time, with all your PIN numbers and stuff, whether you know it or not, and all kinds of stuff. And then you'll end up somewhere and they're enjoying your stuff. I did. And he was like, oh, you always talk crazy, because all you want to talk about is when you come off and have some sex with me. That's all he's concerned about. And see how gullible somebody could be, getting people in their lives and people making copies of keys and getting access to PIN numbers and signatures and all kinds of stuff. Because people think they're smart just being sexual. Oh, if I just have sex, it won't be good. Yeah, but somebody won't get in your money. Somebody wants to get into your pension. Somebody wants to get into your accounts, into your phones, into your house. And they got ways. They got people. And then I threw in, hey, well, let me stay with you for a week. And he probably thought, see, you just want to mess with what I got going on so you can get in here. See how people get tricked? They know who I am. And they'll still, you just jealous. You just don't want me to, you just trying to block something. And lo and behold, I talk to people again. If they answer their phone, and I'm like, I'm just checking on you. Not like I'm expecting something, like you wishing me bad. All right. So the Lord ain't trying to tell you nothing. That you need to be cautious, make sure your stuff is updated, and that people actually know what you're doing, who you're dating, what's going on. When you first have something, people teach you to be secretive. Don't say nothing, because, you don't want people trying to sabotage it. Baby, what's for you is for you. You don't have to sneak around and hide it. And demons that think they're going to get into stuff, oh, God got a weapon for them. Don't even worry about it. It's very sad that people play these games. But I was laughing when I came on because I was looking up the word exorcism. Oh, Lord. I remember I was telling this guy, I said, listen, you need to really pay attention to what's going on. I said, because I need to clear this out. I said, I'm telling you, whatever you're doing, whatever they're trying to put you into, I said, I'm just telling you it's not going to be good. And he started looking like, yeah, I know what you're telling that. Yeah, now this person's on drugs, alcohol, stupid, you name it, he's into it. And I'm like, sir, I'm telling you, he ain't listening. Are you just jealous? Are you just oh. So, he thinking he doing something for somebody as a favor. And I'm saying, that ain't what you need to worry about. Whatever people got you doing is going to get you caught up in something. It is not good. You need to cool out. And so I'm saying, I'm telling you, I need to get this thing out of you. I do. So I'm going to, before you leave, I'm going to have to perform an exorcism, right? Now, remember, they got me in the kill you chamber. And I'm like, whatever. You're worrying about the wrong stuff. Because remember, if these people have these things on them, they can hurt your children, your daughters. I don't care how freaking old they are, they're yours. Okay, if they're 99 and you 300, you don't want to know that your babies that popped up out your body, the real mothers, are being harmed at no time. Baby, you will come through the ethers, the earth, the sun, the moon, and the sky, and try and burn somebody if they mess with your children. That's common sense. I don't care how old they are. Are you stupid? Come on now. So his eyeballs were looking a little greedy. He was being real connected to my family. So I knew this wasn't, no, they got this machine on that's vibrating, and I feel it. So it's a little uncomfortable naturally. Because they want you to shut up. Okay. Good luck. So I'm like, I'm gonna have to come on now, right? And they looking like, no, you the one that you the one that need something. I'm like, this nigga crazy. I'm like, sir, are you serious right now? So I'm listening, I'm doing whatever, and I'm thinking to myself, all right, so I'm on dopamine, honey. So I'm laying there and I'm like, Satan, in the name of Jesus, I cast you out. You know you're in trouble, right? It's in my spirit, my mind, while I'm laying next to this person. Now, we're not no couple or nothing. There's 2-3 rooms in here. I could have had the other room, but because people were financially suppressing me, and I wasn't able to make money like I could because he kept tampering with the car. Now the car is gone, and they will pay for it. I don't care who you are. I don't care what agency you work for. They told you to do whatever. Y'all gonna pay. So I was like, okay, we're gonna go with the flow here. Try to do what we can to survive, okay? But I was like, God don't want you in trouble. God got something for you. It's really good. But if you mess around, I'm telling you, you're gonna meet somebody. It's not gonna be a good deal. You're going to meet somebody. It's gonna be a woman. I said, through our life, we meet people, and there's always one that's going to ruin your life or take you to heaven. They're gonna either be good for you, or they're not gonna be good for you. There's really no middle. There's no middle. Bah humbug. Bye. I shut that up. I said, no, really. So now he's hitting on me. He's throwing stuff. He's acting violent. Oh, you talking about exorcism? I could really let my devils out. Oh, since you know, huh? Since you know. So I'm like, no, I'm going to really have to cast them out. Or you can meet this crazy challenge you're going to have to go through. You're going to have to get through it. Well, there was this little grown girl. I'm telling you. I don't know what this woman was doing. I know she was on drugs or something. I don't know if she married this man. I don't know what happened. I don't know. I don't know who this person is, but I know there was a little girl in the building. There was a bunch of them. But it's a little thick on some Puerto Rican looking child. Dominican something. Her mom was stupid. And whatever this man was doing, this lady was digging it. They act like they didn't know each other, but you could tell had a few people like, oh, who that? Because they're young. They was in their 30s. They didn't come from great mental health places. And I'm like, oh, Lord. These were the two that were trying to attack me and tell me, and I was like, and I'm like, this is a 9-year-old and 12-year-old. You can't argue with these. They're not on your level. It's like arguing with a 9 and 12-year-old. I'm going to do this. And I made so childish. And I'm like, that's sad. Like, I don't know if they drugged these women for a long time where this is how they came out. And now they're in Section 8 or in this building. Like a brothel. It's sad. If I whoop both of them, that wouldn't even be right. Like whooping on the mentally ill. You don't do that. Although they were very vicious, and probably have hurt one of my daughters, one of them. Because that lady was nuts. Both of them crazy. All of them had some problems, severe. I don't know how people leave people out here like that. Several people had to know these people were severely damaged. All they needed was the gas pack from a government agency or a group that said, oh, we got your back. Because they really started acting like high society. And I'm like, somebody gassing them up. Oh, my God. Somebody's cop friends and family is deputizing these two little mentally challenged women and a whole bunch of other people to just go after me. And they felt licensed. They felt very licensed. Stole my ID, knew my address, went to my house, or wherever this address was on this ID. My kids were living there as adults. And all of a sudden, these people have connection to people in the mail system and Comcast and a whole bunch of other places. Everywhere I went, these people went. It's amazing. I was at the post office. I was at Comcast. I was at a lot of places. And these people, I mean, I've had a lot of jobs. And these people plugged into each. I don't know what demonic activity, but somebody allowed these people to get these jobs and just pursue me. Somebody stole my cable box, and I had to call to get that removed because I told the guy to go take it, the one that took it. And I guess he did. I don't know. But just causing me problems. Now I have to keep calling. I took the boxes in. They swore they couldn't find it. They was giving me a hard problem. Like somebody said, if she comes in, give her a hard time. So long story short, whatever all this is, I can go into more details. But I was looking up the word exorcism. I can't find the history. Wait. What's this one app that okay, what's the name of it? I'm trying to enter the app that I use. Let me see. I don't want to mess up the live. Okay, got it. And I was looking up the word. So I kept saying, I'm going to have to cast this out. I have to, because you wilding out, you're going to run into something. This is not going to be controllable for you. Because whatever you got on you, you didn't ask for it. You got it on you as a kid. He told me a story. He couldn't have been lying. I mean, just some things he did tell me he's in a 5-year-old capacity. And I tried to hang with him to kind of protect him and, maybe help him grow up a little bit. But again, these wenches and his family, they got law enforcement jobs, and the ones that they put out here is like hit women to kind of cause him to stay in that 5-year-old vulnerable place, just playful, dangerous. He's too big to be acting so reckless. Very, very childish. Emotions and all. You made me mad. You hurt my feelings. And I mean, he goes like a grown man trying to hurt you. Just won't stop like a little kid that's mad and keep trying to swing at you. And it's like, nigga, you 6'1". What? You can't be swinging at people like that because you're mad. Are you stupid? They don't care. And what they can't do, they try to hire women. So they know the law said you're not supposed to hit women. So they thunk up a way that they could hurt women without touching them. Some numbskull came up with magic. Because I told them, if you bother me, I ain't got to touch you. I said, all my life, people have bothered me. I'm not bothering anybody. And I said, I don't know what be happening. I don't know how it happens. I said, but mysteriously, people got to go sit back down somewhere. And I guess he figured, challenge. Oh, gremlin. And whoever was listening. Like, again, he's simple. It's the people that be putting those cameras around you. Or the government agencies. Like, say, if the mayor of the United States of numbskulls got cameras on people in the city because they think these are all his chickens and roosters. And they chop them up when they want and sell them to who they want. All for the pickings. It's all a big farm to this folk. They got cameras. They want to hear everything. And they might even authorize other people to come in that ain't got no heart, no soul, to do the same on a higher, more high-tech level. All you need sometimes are the feet, the silly folks that work with government as hitman. And now, government don't mean the folks on the TV, the veneers. We're talking about these folks on the ground that actually have ties with the KKK, the mafia, the cartel, and whoever else, Luciferian groups that believes in killing, stealing, and destroying. Now, I love everybody, but let's keep it real. These places and things were not created to keep peace. Let's just be real. And unfortunately, it's abused often on innocent people. Now, I'm like, sir, I don't care who backing you up. I don't care. I mean, the conversations he was having, he was sitting around some folks. He sounded like an old KKK racist. I'm serious. He was talking to somebody from the 1800s that was saying some stuff. And he was saying it to me like, say what I said to her. Like they were paying him to say and do whatever they wanted to say and do, literally. And he took it. Oh, you want me to say that? Okay, we're going to put a camera on you to make sure you say it though. And then you get paid. Okay. So, I mean, the racist stuff that came out this man's face. I was like, okay, all right, he real crazy now. But he ain't saying why he's doing it. Then there was a woman that might have wanted to say something. This fool will come around me, he's acting real girly and talk crazy, and I'm like they said, well, you got to be in my energy. You got to say this. Then I felt a cousin that was a pervert that was like, okay, while the camera on, I want you to do this and do that. And I want you to do that and do this. And I want to see the reaction as if it's me. And I'm like, sir? Oh, did I say that out loud? Because I wasn't willingly doing anything. But I understood to get through this, play along. Because they wasn't playing. These people, it's crazy for this man to take these monies, which is God, for these demonic activities. Said all of them was crazy. Now, how you going to fight all of them? And you don't even know these people. And they send him cuckoo in here to do this stuff. And he going, okay, what you finna do? But everybody's been brainwashed and paid or cloned into just going along with the program. Who you finna fight? Who you finna call? Ghostbusters. Well, I called on Jesus, and I kept telling this man, sir, something's gonna happen where you're gonna meet a woman, and this lady gonna put you in a bad situation. You need to get this thing out of you. You need to get it out. Bah humbug. You understand that? You understand that? They're doping him up with his favorites. They're sexing him up with his favorites. Oh, he possessed now. Like I said, where he was kind of like mellow and cool, they started feeding his demons. Drugs, alcohol, sex, kids, or whatever it was. I ain't calling no names. I know a lot of people. And I saw those demons grow up in him. I did. I saw them grow. I saw them grow. And I was like, all of a sudden, I picked up on all his deadly sins. I picked up on all his vices. And they were not good. These were not God. And I was like, oh, Lord. And then Jezebel showed up like, yeah, it's me. So that was the cocktails for demise. Me, him, somebody was going to get hurt. And I was like, I plead the blood of Jesus. I don't want to be a demon dog. Please, God, don't let him. And he didn't want to. He didn't want to hurt me. But whatever he had agreed to was saying, you better do it. Do it like I said it. And he was like, nervous, like, dang. I mean, I didn't sign up for this. And it was like, you better do it. Like I said, and God telling me, you better do what I told you to do. Like, what? Wait a minute now, that's the fight. You on good. You want everybody to be safe, your kids, other kids, your family, and him too, his stuff. And they got him on demon time. He's speeding it up, trying to take me with him. Sir, I'm not getting in that vehicle with you. Father, I don't want to be a demon dog. Please, don't do that. I don't want to be hijacked. I don't want to be a demon dog. No, wait a minute. Child, I was over there praying and shaking and praying and fast. Child, I was fast. I was 9 o'clock, like clockwork. I was turned to the wall. God said, turn your face to the wall. So he was like, shoot, she's asleep. I ain't finna about her. Let's go do what we do. I don't know what happened. Whatever happened, those people grew them things up. I started to feel super confident. I started hearing very official voices in there. Very official voices. I don't know if this was a TV show, but he would go out and I would hear child. I was like, what be going on? What? When I'm asleep, my throat is thick. I got a lot of stuff in it. Do I need to blow my nose? Probably. Because it was cold, but it felt good. I had the window up. And then I let it down. And then it felt colder. Weird. So, hey, community. I hope I'm not messing anybody's day up, okay? Praise the Lord. So I was like, yeah, we need to get that out. He's like, rah, bah, bah. I'm like, ooh, it's first. Ooh, they done woke up all his energies, child. They woke up all his demonic activity. And then it seemed like somebody put something on him. I don't know. But he was on demon time. And I'm like, I don't want to be on there. I don't want to be. Listen, sir, I ate. Then he started putting on them shades again. I'm like, oh, here we go. And I'm like, maybe he's not human because we were in the store. This before his mother passed. And he had the shades on. And he's looking at a girl. And I literally saw his eye scale up. And looked like a camera protruded out. I'm like, what the hell am I looking at? And it's like he was zooming in on her. Now, we're not a couple. But I'm just saying. Like maybe he got a camera in his eyeball. I think it's the right one. Like, what the hell? This is not a human. Weird. I don't know. But I was like, child, sweetie, baby love. I said, sir, before we separate, I have to get this out of you because you going to hurt somebody. You going to hurt somebody. And the ugly girl standing in front of us, she did something to let him know, yeah, I'm for that. And I dropped a tear because I'm like, these people are possessed. But her to stand there, have a dirty man with a dirty baby that look like they eat cookies and s'mores and chocolate and dirt all day on the link card. And he go, ooh, because she had on some white pants. And she did something to say, yeah, I know he looking. So that's a Jezebel spirit. And his eyes said, ooh, this is stupid. And I was like, ma'am, I said, we got back to the mom. I think we were shopping for her. Went to see her later. I said, no, it's not hurt my feelings. I said, it was a little girl in that thing, and she clearly put off an energy like she was like cool with dipping. And your son was like, choo, and whole eye popped out. And she said, well, honey, son, you shouldn't be looking at other women. This is what they do. You shouldn't be looking at other women while you're with her or at all. You know, if it bothers her, you shouldn't do it. We weren't a couple, but it was fascinating how his eyes popped out, and I'm like, oh boy. So he left, and then again, it was this girl with this daughter, and it seemed like maybe the girl was the actual person he was with, but he hung with the mama for the drugs. I don't know what was going on over here. Yeah, it could have been his thing. I don't freaking know. But this girl look grown sometimes. She'll be dipping down at the front of the car. Why is a 11, 10, 12-year-old squatting down in front of the car? And she look grown 1 or 2 times. I'm serious. I don't smoke or drink. I don't do drugs or anything. And I looked out the window, and it looked like a grown girl scooping down. I had to keep looking like, is this a kid or an adult? Because you don't know who she be having with her. She wild. She crazy. She acts the same, but she's loose in the head. This girl is not very well. All of them. The whole building was jacked up, serious. But them 2 right there was loose cannons. Then there was a third group in the building on that side. That was nuts. Nuts. I think they're all victims of whatever these men do over here. Because it was a demon den for dummies, for real. It was. And I'm sure that's what how they referred to it. I'm not calling them stupid, but no, really, they did not have the capacity to understand what was happening. And I'm seeing it clearly. But I'm sober. And yeah, they were trying to dope me up too, but I know I've had tolerance for medicine. Okay? So it wouldn't affect me like it does another person. Ding dong. Always been like that. So I'll take medications. They don't do nothing. My body naturally does what it does. That's what it is. I don't know. I've been, they take this, take that. You know, ever. Third day, nothing. I used to wonder about that. Somebody swapping drugs on me so I don't get better. Or my body naturally heals. What the frick is this? So, whatever the case, he left. And I'm going to assume he was picking this little girl up because she appeared grown. Maybe, I don't know. I knew she was a kid. Ain't no way you would have thought this girl was over 18. If this is the kid, for what I'm hearing, I feel like the mother was training this kid for drugs to go play with this man. Now, I wouldn't know nothing about that, but it's something I heard, literally. Sound like a man came to the house and he was running in and out or doing something, moving the girl from room to room to room or something. And the mom probably was there. And they allowed this girl to do some stuff for money. Drugs. This lady is on drugs, I think. He might have married this lady. I freaking don't know. In another language, like Muslim language or setting, where they got multiples. I don't know. Something they did. Maybe even married the kid, because some cultures allow it. Maybe that's why they went out of town. I saw Crazy across the way go out of town. It was quiet for a while, so maybe they went on a trip. And then Cuckoo was gone for a while, and then both were gone for a while. And I'm like, they could have been in a hotel in another state, another country. They could have traveled with the man. I don't know, because I know every year he goes away for a certain period of time to maybe check on one of his other little things in another state. But he says, that my daughter. Could be, but he could be hunching this girl. Could have got her through hunching somebody he wasn't supposed to. Some people have a trail of getting girls pregnant and then disappearing and coming back kind of like, I care about you. But they're really still getting married. And these could be his kids. Like if he had a kid with maybe a family member and she was underage, she would have that kid and raise it. And then something would happen to her or whatever. And then he would start dealing with the daughter. And then she'll get pregnant. And then, I don't know. And then he'll start dealing with that person's kid. Like, what? Who did? Something weird. But anyway, so he'll back and forth do all this stuff. And these two may not have known that. Why they should mind their business. But, hey, can't tell people stop mind your business. Do not. They didn't listen. So, all of a sudden, these women started changing. Like, one started looking like the Incredible Hulk. She started trying to put her hair over her face. She was trying to say I was doing it. Then, like God unleashed on this girl. Okay, so again, I've never gone to TikTok or Twitter. Okay. But I woke up one night and something said, you never go on TikTok or Instagram, whatever it was. And I looked on there. And all I saw was this girl in the bonnet. And she had like a street light over her. And she was standing there and the camera was like down here. She was talking. I mean, it was a picture. And she was holding her purse and maybe her phone. Or not her phone, but maybe some people got two phones for their jobs, whatever. But maybe the device she uses. But whatever she was doing. So I said, click on that picture. It said, Kia Boys Strike Again. So I'm like, Kia Boys? This lady got a Kia. And I'm like, okay. So I promise you, I click on the video. And I'm like, okay. And she said, oh my God, guys. Oh my God. She said, I came out here to go to work. And they got my car. They got my car. And I'm like, what? What's going on? They got my car. She said, I don't know what happened. I called the police, blah, blah, blah. They said, it's what? They asked me what kind of car it was. I said, a Kia. And they said, oh, yeah, that's a nationwide issue. It's a lot of kids, 14-year-olds, whatever age, they're out here stealing these cars. They found out how to rig it looking at social media. And yeah, it's a worldwide thing. And so she was like, yeah, but I got to get to work. Blah, 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 blah. Oh, my God, I got to get to work. Hey, if y'all, blah, blah, blah. And she said something. She said, be very careful, something. Be cautious, check on something. And I promise you, something said, look out the window. And at that very moment, there was a guy that came up in a gray jumpsuit with like dreads. It was fat little boy. I don't know how old he was. He didn't look like no kid though. He was chubby. He had the little thing. It looked like braids. That's all I know because he walked up. And I was like, what the hell? He just walked up from the side and he looked around because I remember his braids going like that. And he walked up to her car and said, pow, in the back window. And she come right out the window. Because I was going to go and say, hey, lady, your car, right? Don't want to happen to this lady. She crazy. She crazy. Something about what? But something said, do not leave the unit. I look up. She got her big head out the window. Hey, she going off like a 10-year-old. And she, bring the pow, bring the pow, bring the pow, bring the pow. Some red, fire-looking truck pull up. And he looking like, what? And she started explaining, and I'm sure she lied and said I did it because her man. This man ain't nobody's man. This man is not her man. Okay, how long she known him? Again, it sounded like she was a child when this man might have started knowing her. And that thing downstairs too. I don't know what they still these kids and put them on. I told y'all, I ain't even gonna talk about it. But whatever happened, she swore to God that it was me. I promise you she did. So with all of these different events of people losing jobs, losing teeth, getting locked up, getting whatever, they was like, no, you need to be exorcised from the city. You the demon that we need to worry about. I laughed so hard when I you're the one that's causing all these problems. Since we met you, we've been going through all this ish of having to grow up and be responsible and have all these things that pop like things with you over here messing with my women's, you waking them up, my little hoes, my little chickens. You over here telling them they hens and they need to you messing up all my money. You need to be exorcism. So he got all the craziest chicks with mental problems and some men in the area or whatever. And he got connected with all his superhero friends in the system and all his crazy cousins and everybody. And then they hooked up with my folks and dipped back and said, oh, she over there causing you problems too? Her kids saying it too? Dang. Yeah, we gotta get her out the city. We're gonna tell Boss Hog what we going through. And we friends with Boss Hog. Some of us got hunched on by Boss Hog. Yeah. Boss Hog, we cool with Boss Hog. So yeah, let's tell Boss Hog. Yeah, that's what we gonna do. Because we gonna have a party with them shortly. So we might as well gonna get the leeway in and let them know we need to get this one out of here. This one's not good. Yeah, I was laughing because of that. Like, we need to exorcism you out the city. See? You the threat, see? To our crime. You up here telling all my hoes that I was told I could play with, keep on the hole. And you up here telling them, hey, everybody, you's free. You gotta go. See? That's why I'm laughing. You gotta go. You're not allowed in this city where we dump on chicks for free. I can feel like somebody standing there. They're not. It's a bag over there. And I got a little nephew. He be walking up, hiding, looking, listening. Like, is it safe? She crazy. Right. And man, child. That was what I was like, okay. So exorcism is religious practice aimed at expelling demons or malevolent spirits from a person or place. Believed to be possessed. So that's why they said I was possessed. It typically involves, because see, they've been dealing with these silly women with no brains. They've been messing with the kids. They've been doping up men to go into women's lives and do things to put them on a camera. You gotta have foot soldiers to put in the stuff, right? And they'll be connected to a cable service or some type of security service or some type of, makes it even easier. And don't have them folks in your house, because then when they want to break in when you're not there. If you ain't got no good security, or security is friends with everybody, a cousin and friend, somebody work in the home security section of the building, the business, because they know who works where. Oh, they got a good connection to getting on you and your kids and stealing your kids and doping you and putting stuff in your food so your kids fall out and feel sick or feel like they got lupus, because then the doctors and nurses in the area that was paid to say your kids were sick, and all of a sudden they got a mysterious illness and they need to be somewhere. Oh, and they moving your kids around away from you, and then the kids are blaming you because somebody. Oh, this your mom? Your mom? Yeah. Oh, and now everybody isolated you because they sit here playing these games. So they need to get you expelled from the place. See, because you believe to be possessed by God, and this is a place for demons. You don't fit in. You waking everybody up. So it involves rituals, prayers, and invocations of higher powers, and is most commonly associated with Christian traditions. Let me turn this off because I don't know what it's doing. Go 100%. Go ahead. Yeah, you causing problems in the brothel, baby. You got to go. So that's what that was. They sat up here and talked to some folks, got me on all these lists saying that I'm the person that need an exorcism. I'm the person that's causing the criminals to get caught and the women to wake up and go, what you been doing? That's what you was doing it for? You was never going to marry us? Duh. Oh, you married us, but it was only under the guise of you having this childhood wound of being homeless. So you figured as long as we had Section 8, we was your best friends because we were slow enough to be controlled. Oh, okay. That's what this was. See, how dare you tell them what I'm doing? Now I don't have anywhere to go. How about get a job? You talk to 20 hours a week. I don't want to do more than 20 hours. Well, I didn't live like it. The act, the practice, or ceremony of exorcising. That lady said that, and I was like, that ain't no word. Exorcising. The formula used in exorcising. The act of exorcising the drive out of evil spirits from persons or places by conjuration. Also, the form of conjuration used. So that's what they call themselves doing to me. I'm the person that's saving lives. And all these demons are like to pimp women. And women not pick up on it. How they're luring their daughters into the pole room. POLE. And somebody saying, hey, stay away from these type of people. Oh, we'll just take your kids. How dare you teach them to have morals and standards? This ain't the city for that. We got to get you out the way so we can get your kids. And other people's kids and their kids and their kids. Because this is a big old farm to the machine. So that's what this is. Oh, you can't work in our city because you're messing up our money. God says, wrong answer. You are not the father of these people. You don't get to rule over the women and children in such a heinous way. And I'm going to leave it at that because you know I'm creative. Because all I see is them same folks. I don't know who they is. It could be your daddy, my daddy, somebody's daddy, or baby daddy, husband, boyfriend. They've been doing something heinous. People don't normally survive to tell a story. But somebody survived and they cannot hurt this person. They cannot. And this person gonna have her ass on the worldwide spectrum. Because I told these people they needed an exorcism or deliverance. But they was, by bumbug. Okay. Bumbug. Congratulations. Welcome to the 5th dimension. Where you get your ass beat. No, I'm just kidding. If you like the way I tell my story, like, share, subscribe. But it's real. People have things they've suffered in childhood, and it has grown into full-grown demons, and they don't feel like they need to stop. They're reckless. They're hideous. They're hiding. Is that hideous? And they think nobody should tell them anything different. That's bad. Not good. God ain't pleased.